KS95.1. Just going to have to monitor that. Bailey running the point under 7 minutes to play. 16-point lead into Schlotthauer. Steps between the double team. Shot comes up short. Pressure by Williams. It's tipped, but a good job securing it is Ratliff. Passes ahead. India's shot comes up just short. Rebound Schlotthauer. She wants to run. Out in front of everybody. Schlotthauer left hand off the glass and in.
That's something you don't see every day.
You tell me most centers don't go coast to coast?
She did it with ease, too. Looked pretty athletic. I'm not going to lie to you. Now she's up to 14 points tonight.
Back the other way. Max Creek. Dugan trying to attack. Gives it up. It is Durrell. Gets inside. Dishes it out to a Ratliff working against Bailey. Trying to back her down. Goes to the little hook shot. Right hand climbs over the iron and falls. And one. She's got a chance at a three-point play.
Now, there haven't been a lot of bounces that have went the Lady Pirates' way tonight, but finally one does. Is you really needed a score there and a chance to make it a 15-point game here with a made free throw.
So 6:08 to go, 16-point game, and I'm not saying a comeback's impossible, but at the end of the day, if you're Max Creek, this is your first game of the year. You want to make sure that you get a good run here in the fourth quarter to build on. Free throw, no good. Edwards gets the board, but she is double-teamed, and the ball taken away from her by Durrell. So Max Creek will get another look at this. Dugan on the point, gives it up to Ratliff, working against Bailey, tries to drive with the left hand. The back cut was there, but Edwards returns the favor, steal of her own. No, ball back to Dugan. Now it's picked off by Hagerman. You get a steal, you get a steal, we all get a steal. Bailey ahead, Schlotthauer in the corner. She drives baseline through the contact. Shot won't go. She'll go to the line for two.
And that possession really does, bearing she makes these two free throws, really does feel like it was kind of a metaphorical dagger right there to the Lady Pirates, because they had a chance to, cut into that lead a little bit, got free possession. You throw it away, you get it back, and then you throw it away again, and now that'll be the fifth foul.
Brooklyn Dugan. Yeah, that will foul her out of the game. So in for her. Who did check back in for her? Oh, checking back in for her, I believe, is Klingsik.
And she has 4 fouls.
Schlotthauer's first free throw, no good. So I can tell you right now, Culpepper, I would be willing to put a bet down that Coach Culpepper is going to say, yeah, our free throw shooting wasn't good. Second free throw for Schlotthauer, up and good. 51-34, the Tipton lead.
With that one, Schlotthauer creates a new career high for her. Last year, she had 14 points twice.
Rebound. Willis will go to the line for two, so a good job staying with her own shot, keeping up with it and drawing the contact.
Willis looking to get into double digits here with 2 free throw makes. And
first free throw up and good. By the way, that foul goes on Courtney Edwards, her third. 51-35. Tipton by 16. Second free throw up and short. Rebound loose, and it goes to Willis. Willis with the right hand, spin move, steps around the defender, shot too strong, rebound tied up, bodies on the floor. My goodness.
This game's starting to get a little chippy. I mean, it's been physical all day.
Seaholm and Edwards were both fighting for it, and they're going to get Edwards for a foul. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be a foul. I thought it was going to be a jump. So Edwards picks up 2 quick fouls in about a 10-second period of game clock. That'll be her 4th. She'll go to the bench, and in for her is going to be Anna Crane.
Tipton's really got to show up on the small things. Although they're out in front by 16, they've really struggled with things like defensive rebounding on a free throw.
And on the inbounds, Willis knocks down the mid-range jumper, 51-37.
And all of a sudden, they have a pulse again. It seemed like they were down and out, and now a few stops, and you're right back into the game.
Yeah, Max Creek has fought back. It's a 14-point game now with 4:50 to go. Bailey off the Schlotthauer screen. Back up to Schlotthauer, top of the key. What a crossover. Left hand attacks the basket, draws the foul. Your center just got it off of pick and pop. Hit you with a crossover and attacked with the left hand.
Yeah, that's quite the move there. I don't really have words for it. Because at the beginning of the game, I was shocked. But then after seeing her handle the ball, it just really feels like they've got 5 guards out there. 2 of them just happen to be bigger.
And I absolutely agree with that. As that free throw rattles around, touches every part of the iron before falling off the side, so the free throw woes continue. Ava will get a second, though.
From my basketball experience, I have a feeling practice tomorrow is not going to be, or whenever they have their next practice will not be very fun after the free throw shooting.
They'll be shooting a lot of free throws, I promise you that. 52-37, 4:40 to go in this one.
Really big possession here, probably make or break.
Ratliff gives it up to Klingsick, who works the ball around to Willis. She's going to attack right-hand steps around the defense, shot too strong. A good box out there by Clara Williams. And, I thought they were going to call it off her, but no, she's able to hold position. I think they're going to say Durrell tipped it out of bounds. So Clara doesn't have the size, but she had position there. Ball will go back to the Lady Cards.
I think if you're... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're all right.
Yeah, I think if you're Max Creek, you really just want to leave a good taste in your mouth. You're playing a bigger school, a state championship school.
And three-pointer on the way, knocked down again. Anna Crane from downtown.
Crane hasn't shot the ball much tonight, but when she has, she's connected and she's got 2 threes.
What can you ask from a sixth man? You come in, you hit a couple threes and play great defense. And Willis back the other way. Better defense, though, from Schlotzhauer. Schlotzhauer going to bring it the length of the floor, gets to the block, picks it up, dishes it to Bailey, sets her feet, fires the three. It rolls halfway down before coming out loose on the floor, and it's tied up. Hagerman had it tied up along with, looks like that was Ava Willis down there fighting with her for the ball. Jump ball will stay with the Lady Cardinals. Can we just talk about the fact that Schlotzhauer is guarding an all-state player on the block as a sophomore and doing pretty well?
She's having herself a game for sure. Now, every time she sets a screen, I have yet to see her make contact, because there's a three.
Yeah, Williams three, too strong. Offensive rebound, Hagerman put back too strong. And a rebound, that time by Ava Willis. Ava's given some good minutes since she checked into the game. Ratliff comes off a screen to the right hand. Bailey, good denial on her, going down low to India. She doesn't like the look against Schlotzhauer, so she's going to back it out and try to square up with her. India Willis, step back, three, knocks it down.
Can give the metaphorical assist to Klingsick there with a really good screen, making sure that even with the little slap in the face she got, Schlotzhauer couldn't get to it.
She took some contact for sure. 3 minutes to go, 15-point lead. Attacking is Clara Williams, and she takes contact on the shot. She'll go to the line for two.
Both teams starting to show their early season, young legs. Is you can tell the defensive effort's still there, but they're a little slower on the dribble drives, and both teams kind of get to the basket.
First free throw good for Williams. Courtney Edwards will come back into the game for Hagerman, and Seaholm will check back in. She comes in for Ava Willis. Once again, Willis gave him good minutes off the bench in that stint. Second free throw for Clara Williams, up and good.
Williams up to 15 points tonight now. She's also broken her career high, which was 14 against Smithton last year.
You could not ask for much more from the sophomores after what you saw last year. Ratliff has her pass stolen by Williams. She passes it ahead to her fellow sophomore Schlotzhauer, who lays it in the right hand. I can't talk, but she can still score, I promise. 59-40. My goodness, these sophomores are showing out in this one.
Definitely a coming out party for the sophomores on Tipton.
Down to the block for Max Creek. I like the move, just couldn't finish it. That was Durrell, offensive board. Max Creek shot too strong. Schlotzhauer, another board. She's got a double-double, no doubt about that. She drives, dishes it out. Three from the corner on the way. Rattles out for Bailey. Rebound tipped around. Who's going to get it? It looks like finally India Willis going to come up with it. 2:10 to go. Willis going to attack. Right hand scoop shot off the glass, scores.
Willis starting to turn it down here on the stretch, and I think that's good news for Max Creek looking into their future games.
Ball was bobbled around. Edwards settles it down, gets it to Clara Williams. We're under 2 minutes to go. Tipton a 17-point lead. Bailey squaring up the top of the key over to Courtney. Tipton taking their time on this possession.
Already down within a minute 40. Really no need to get a shot up. Just run through your offense.
I don't know that they're going to unless it's the look they want, but extending the defense is Max Creek. They went straight man all night, but they're pressuring Bailey almost out at the logo. And Bailey just going to dribble, drives, gives it up to Edwards. She goes down to Schlotzhauer on the block. That's what they've been waiting for. She dishes it back out to Crane, back up to Bailey. So I don't know if Tipton is going to take another shot if it's up to them.
Max Creek they really care to unless they've just got something wide open.
I mean, the official not really getting a lot of time to start a 5-second count. Going back to the weave. It is now Clara Williams. We're right at about a minute to play. Williams splits the defender. Ball tipped loose. Williams comes back up with it. She attacks. Floater, middle of the floor. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Durrell. Gives it up to India Willis. We're under a minute to go. Willis, middle of the floor, working against Schlotzhauer. Gets to the right hand. Dishes it to the corner. Ratliff tries to drive. Denied by Bailey. Three-pointer forced. I think Bailey may have got a touch on it. Near steal by Max Creek, and a foul going to be called. Trying to come up with the steal was Klingsik. Just a step too late.
And that'll be her fifth tonight, and she'll end her night a little bit early.
Well, to be fair, it's only 38.
That's what I was going to say. Not really too early.
Yeah, if you're going to cash in that fifth foul, I mean, that last minute of play is not do it.
Might as well. They'll send Anna Crane to the line.
And Crane, she's got 6 points.
Yeah.
I meant to say 7, as that free throw didn't even think about touching the iron.
And she's also now got a career high. Her career high was 6 points, and that was actually twice she had 6 points, but now a new one with 8 points. Some new Lady Cardinals getting to show out tonight.
The trio of sophomores is making their presence known. So with 30 seconds to go, Max Creek has the ball. Trying to get a basket on a late possession here. Ratliff working against Bailey. They're going down to the block. Back out to India Willis. Willis to the left. Goes that spin move. Tries to step between the defense. Right hand too strong. Good defense by Edwards and Schlotzhauer. Clara Williams comes up with it. I don't think Tipton's going to want another shot here. Under 10 seconds to play. Bailey will stop at the logo with the ball, and Tipton's content to call this one a night. 61-42 is the final. Tipton Lady Cardinals defeat Max Creek in what was a great game. But Tipton will move to 1-0, 0-1 for the Max Creek Lady Pirates. Post-game show coming up in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
North Star Development of the Lake is a proud supporter of their local athletes. They'd like to wish good luck to the Max Creek Lady Pirates as they travel to Rolla this week to take on the Tipton Ladies. North Star Development of the Lake specializes in new construction, residential, commercial, remodeling, and fire and water damage. Visit nsdloc.com or call 573-286-1736. Good luck, Lady Pirates.
This November, Como Connect will be expanding our Connect to Help program to honor our community's veterans. We'll be paying tribute to the brave men and women who served our country by donating $35 to Central Missouri Honor Flight for each new subscriber who signs up for service in November. New subscribers will also receive $50 off their installation. Visit ComoConnect.com to order ultra-fast internet today. And thank you for helping us support our community's veterans.
Mulder Auto Sales in Max Creek is a proud supporter of local athletes. They would like to wish the Lady Pirates a big win this Friday against Tipton in Rolla. Mulder Auto Sales is a family-owned business selling used cars to the Max Creek community for over 24 years. Come see what Chester can do for you today and see why they've been a trusted name in used car sales for so long. Mulder Auto Sales in Max Creek. Shannon Kernut Real Estate at the Lake with Valerie Luttrell is a proud supporter of local athletes and would like to wish the Max Creek Lady Pirates good luck this Friday against the Tipton Girls in Rolla. You can call Shannon for all of your real estate needs at 573-286-2851 or 573-216-1313. Stop by the office and see her at 2140 Bagnell Dam Boulevard, Suite 101 in Lake Ozark today.
Cleats Auto Service is a proud supporter of the Max Creek Lady Pirates and wishes the team good luck this Friday against the Tipton Lady Cardinals. Cleats Auto Service believes in fair and honest pricing and work. They offer general vehicle maintenance, diagnostics, tire, and are a Jasper Engine certified installer. They welcome your extended warranty plan and will work hard to save you money. You can visit cleatsauto.com or call today at 573-317-6664.
And we are back after a big win for the Tipton Lady Cardinals. Coach Culpepper starting strong here. 61-42, they defeat Max Creek, start the season 1-0. And I'm joined now by the stars of the show, head coach Jason Culpepper, and, of course, Charlie Bailey. Coach Culpepper, what do you think of your girls' performance here tonight?
I thought we did a really good job, especially in the second half. First half, we started out hot. took a quick 8-0 lead, and then I felt like we kind of relaxed a little bit on both ends of the court. They were dictating kind of what we were doing. They were kind of pressuring us a little bit, and we were getting back farther and farther away from the rim. We weren't really attacking with our shoulders down, and we weren't really looking to get to the rim. And then, towards the end of the half, we kind of settled in. We started doing things that I liked. And then we missed 7 free throws there in the second quarter out of kids that should make those. So, we left a few points there in the first half. And then the second half, we really came on strong and did a great job in the second half.
Charlie, you hit some big threes in this one, especially in the second half. What's Coach saying to you off the court? Do you feel like you got a constant green light? How do you know when the look is the one you want?
Whenever when I'm open, when the girls just have her hand down, man down, so I can shoot there. And at the beginning of the game, she had her hand down quite a bit, and I wasn't taking the shots. And so after a quarter, Coach was like, shoot those shots. I mean, you can make them. We practice them in practice. And so then second quarter throughout the game, I just knew that I should have been shooting those in the first quarter and so on throughout the game.
Do you take it a little bit personally when a defender doesn't have their hand up on you out there? Come on.
I definitely do, yeah. But then I like it, so I can shoot.
Now, Coach Culpepper, we were talking before we went on air. Your sophomores had a full-blown coming out party here today as not one, not two, but 3 sophomores set career highs in scoring. Talk about that group and what they did.
The sophomore bunch was really strong tonight. Anna had 8 points. Anna had 8 points. Clara had 15, 16 points.
Clara had 15, I think.
And then Ava had 18?
Yes.
So, they showed exactly what we have been seeing in the summer and in practice, and they did an extremely good job. I don't know how many rebounds Ava ended up with tonight yet.
Had to have been close to a double-double.
Yeah, I know she was probably at 10. I was, I'm thinking more she needs to be around the 20 mark. I think she could do a little bit better job rebounding than she did tonight. I'd like to see that be 18 and 18, something like that. I think that's where she's at. But she did a good job overall. It's also a little bit of fatigue setting in from only having 13 days of practice to get in shape. And then last night, we went hard. I felt like fatigue was a little bit of a factor in some of the rebounding, especially late. I think we can clean that up, and I think we're going to be really good.
You are the only coach I know that can have a sophomore go out here, lead the team in scoring, set a career high, have a double-double, and your first thought is, I think she could have had more rebounds.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I said the last few days about Ava. She's a superstar. She's not just a good player. She's not just a all-conference, all-district type player. She's a superstar. You saw it last night whenever she went against the Elias girl and absolutely shut her down and scored 16 points on her. You see the type of player Ava is. I'm going to hold her to that standard. And she's got a long ways to go still before she's consistently getting those 18 and 18s. But for the most part, she's a beast. That's the standard I'm going to hold her to.
Now, Chuck, just before the half, you guys ran a set play. It looked like where you just spread everybody out on the baseline. You brought it up, ran the clock down a little bit, and ran that pick and roll with Ava. Is that something you guys are practicing a lot of practice? You feel pretty comfortable in that pick and roll with Ava?
Yeah, we practice that every once in a while. We ran it quite a bit last year and even my freshman year with different people. And so we practice that, and it's great to run it with Ava because she'll roll and she'll find herself to get open. And I know that if I don't have a shot or a drive, I know she's going to make sure that she gets open so she can score.
Some light went off to start the third quarter for you guys, specifically you and Courtney. It's like, did you guys just come out with the mindset of, hey, we're going to set the defensive tone and the offense will follow?
Yeah, definitely with the first half, we were up, and that's what we like to see, but we definitely thought that we should have been up by more. And so even though we were playing pretty good the first half, we knew that we should come out in the third quarter ready to go because who knows, the other team could have been doing the same thing, ready to beat us. I mean, they could have been hungrier than us, so we wanted to start out that half.
Coach, I get the vibe in the little bit of time I've been around Charlie here in this past week. There might be a slight competitiveness there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Everything we do, we try to be competitive in. I'm a very competitive person, so, I get frustrated whenever I don't see us competing, even though they're tired. I can look at it in hindsight and say, okay, well, they're a little fatigued, but in the moment, I'm not going to give them that. I'll give them that in the locker room after the game. But, I'm very competitive, and all the girls on our team are. And, you really see that with our two leaders, and Courtney and Charlie. They're both such good leaders. They do such a good job of communicating with their teammates and holding their teammates to that high expectation of what they want them to do. And they did a great job coming out in the third quarter, setting that tone, and everybody followed suit. You know, you saw once Courtney and Charlie, really took over the game with their defense and their rebounding and their pushing the ball in transition. You know, then you saw Ava follow suit. You saw Ava attacking in transition. And, as we get going throughout the season and that becomes just every day, every play, I think that we're really going to be a good team.
Now, do you have anything between the Tipton tournament and this game?
Yeah, we've got 5 practices. So
I meant, do you have any games between now and the Tipton tournament?
No games. I'm glad we don't have games. We need the time to practice so we can continue to get in shape and continue to push ourselves and get better. We got 5 or 6 practices over the next week. So we're really looking forward to getting to those practices.
Going to work on free throws at all?
Yeah, we will a little bit. I mean, I think that kind of goes into the fatigue factor again. No matter how much you practice free throws, it comes down to actually being in shape to be able to knock them down, because it's really hard to simulate being that fatigued to playing for 32 straight minutes. These girls aren't going to get a lot of breaks, and they're not going to foul. They did a great job of not fouling, so they're not going to get any breaks, and then you got to learn how to knock those free throws down in those moments. And I thought second half free throws were much better than the third quarter, or than the second half was way better than the second quarter.
Absolutely. One last thing, and I'll let you guys go. I know you got a locker room full of girls waiting to see you. Charlie, coming up on the Tipton tournament, you guys are the reigning defending champions after an absolute nail-biter last year. 5 straight championships of the Tipton tournament. Jeez, man, let somebody else have a turn once in a while. Back to the point, you had a nail-biter last year with California in overtime. What does it mean to you going in as the reigning champs, and how bad do you want to do it again?
Well, I mean, I think that it's an expectation for us to win. I mean, we've won these past 5 years, and I think that just puts the fire in our butt, and especially because California is ranked second. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so same thing. I mean, we're just game by game, practice by practice throughout that week, and then championship time, we just got to execute, do the same thing, and hopefully we don't have to go into that much of a nail biter.
Well, 1-0 over a very good Max Creek team is a very good way to start the season. We'll be up at the Tipton tournament. We'll have it all for you, and we look forward to covering you guys. Thanks for coming up and chatting with us today.
Thank you guys for covering the game today.
Yep. That was Coach Jason Culpepper and Charlie Bailey of the Tipton Lady Cardinals after a big win. And we look forward to seeing them over at the Tipton tournament as well, as we get him, after I pressed the wrong button here, as we get Ryan all hooked back up again. Ryan, you got me?
I'm here.
All right, we can go ahead and do a little post-game now. That was good talk to them. What did I tell you? Coach Culpepper was not going to be happy. And
no.
I love the fact that even though Ava Schlotzauer comes out and puts on a clinic, he's just over here. Yeah, I think she could have had 18, 20 rebounds if she wanted to. We got to work on that.
Well, what's funny is he's such a soft-spoken man for how good of a coach he is. I couldn't even hear what he was saying until I heard him say that he thought Schlotzauer could have had a better game. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, she's a sophomore and had 18 points. But
going against a reigning all-state player. But okay.
I mean, I guess if that's the expectations we have, then this could be a very fun season, I guess.
Absolutely. And we'll recap a little bit here. Scoring by quarter for Tipton, 17-8, 21-15. Max Creek, 13-9, 10, and 10. What did the individual scoring look like?
So Schlotzauer finished with 18. Williams finished with 15. Bailey with 15. Crane gave 8 off the bench, and then 5 for Courtney Edwards. For Max Creek, it was... I didn't add Max Creek, so it was 13 out of Ratliff, 2 out of Dugan, 3 out of, how do you say Wyersmuller's name? Is that it? Or no, it was Ava Willis with 3.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't remember
saying
that.
I was going to say, I don't think he did.
Willis
9, 11, 14. It was 16 out of India Willis, who led the team for Max Creek.
Which is so impressive because she really struggled a little bit in the first half. So to get the offense going in the second half for her.
She was extremely streaky tonight and had 4 points in the first half and then had a run where I think she had 8 straight points for the Lady Pirates. So it's definitely good to see that, she can still score the basketball, but you got to be happy, if you are the Max Creek team, because you know that your players didn't necessarily have the best offensive night, and you still competed really well with the former Class 2 state champions.
Yeah, I was impressed with what we saw out of both squads, which, by the way, a special thanks to Captain Ron Dugan, the head coach of the Max Creek Lady Pirates. Nothing but best wishes. I know we may see them a little later down the road. I was impressed with their squad. They're going to win a lot of games. I'm here to tell you the Class 1 playoffs are going to have to reckon with this Max Creek squad because they have scores, they play physical defense, and it's first game of the season. You got to take a lot of it with a grain of salt. I think players were a little rusty, but just from what I saw, Max Creek has a lot of talent, and they are going to be a problem for some teams later on in the year.
I think I haven't seen a lot of Class 1 basketball, but from what I have seen, the physicality is not to the level of what Max Creek played tonight. No. They could really put some teams down, maybe even that have more talent than they do. Not saying they don't have talent, but, you take a more talented team and get a little physical with them. You even saw it in the first half with Tipton.
It was a 3-point game at the half.
Yeah, when Max Creek kind of decided, hey, we're going to shove you around a little bit. Now, in the second half, Tipton woke up and said, okay, we're going to be physical, we're going to be faster.
Yeah.
But Max Creek definitely got a chance to make some noise. Both of these teams, I have a feeling, will be playing. I don't remember if it's in Springfield or Columbia this year, but they'll be in one of the two locations, I have a feeling, come the end of the year.
They're going to be playing some basketball in March.
Yes. That's always a good sign when you're playing in March. You see March on your schedule, you're like, all right, we did pretty good this year.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing these teams down the road. Ryan, of course, look forward to doing more games with you, buddy. It's always a blast. The season has officially begun. Tipton Lady Cardinals go to 1-0 on the season. Max Creek falls to 0-1 after a competitive but tough loss. We'll be back with more coverage on Tuesday as Versailles opens up their regular season with Eugene, and then it's Tipton tournament time where we're going to do like 463 games in a 5-day span. It's going to be a blast, but it's been a good time tonight. We're going to hit the road and head on home, but for Justin and Mark back at the studio, he's Ryan, I'm Colton, and this has been another presentation of KS95 Sports. Good night.